You know that feeling. You walk into a room. Maybe it's a party, a networking event, or even just a team meeting, and your stomach immediately drops. It feels like you missed a step going down the stairs. Your heart starts hammering against your ribs, your palms get clammy, and your brain, which was working perfectly fine 5 minutes ago, suddenly hits the panic button. It starts whispering things like, "Everyone is staring at you. Don't say anything stupid," or "Why are you standing like that?" It is exhausting. It is paralyzing. And if you clicked on this video, I know you felt it. You are dealing with social anxiety. But here is the headline news that nobody tells you. You are not broken. You are not wired wrong. And you are definitely not alone. Today, we are going to fix this. We aren't going to talk about taking deep breaths or faking it till you make it. We are going to dig into the actual root cause, the biology and psychology of why you feel this way. And I'm going to give you a toolkit to dismantle it. To understand your anxiety, we have to time travel. We need to go back to human evolution. For thousands of years, humans lived in tribes of maybe 50 to 100 people. In that environment, your survival depended entirely on your standing within the group. I used to be paralyzingly awkward. That paralyzing sense that you are constantly being watched. You couldn't survive the wilderness alone. So, your brain evolved a hypersensitive alarm system designed to constantly scan for rejection. It asks, do they like me? Did I offend the chief? Am I enough? Fast forward to today. You're walking into a coffee shop or posting on Instagram. Intellectually, you know that if you stutter or if nobody likes your photo, you aren't going to die. But your amygdala, the ancient part of your brain responsible for fear, doesn't know that. It treats an awkward silence in an elevator the exact same way it used to treat the threat of being exiled into the jungle. That rush of adrenaline? That's your body preparing to fight a tiger, except the tiger is just a barista waiting for your order. This is the root cause. A mismatch between your ancient hardware and your modern environment. You are running Stone Age software in the 21st century. Once you realize your anxiety is just a misfiring survival mechanism, you can stop hating yourself for it. You can say, okay, thanks for trying to protect me, brain, but we're safe. But there's another layer to this called the spotlight effect. When you have social anxiety, you operate under the delusion that you are the main character in everyone else's movie. You think everyone is analyzing your outfit, your voice, and your mannerisms. Here is the liberating truth. Nobody cares. And I mean that in the best way. People are not thinking about you. They are thinking about themselves. They are worrying about their own bills, their own relationships, and their own insecurities. When you stumble over your words, you dwell on it for a week. The person you were talking to? They forgot about it in 10 seconds. Now, let's talk about the trap that keeps you stuck. Avoidance. When you feel anxious, you naturally want to retreat. You scroll through your phone to avoid eye contact, or you cancel plans last minute. When you do this, you feel immediate relief. But your brain learns from that relief. It thinks, we felt danger, we ran away, and we survived. So, running away is the right thing to do. Every time you avoid a situation, you feed the monster. That gap is the spotlight effect. When you sit there, the phone stays in another room, or at least on. Tool number 1 is cognitive reframing, specifically playing the "so what" game. Because you were mentally rehearsing, you have nothing natural to say to what's happening right. If I mess up this presentation, I'll get fired and end up homeless. Challenge that. If you stumble over your words, so what? It'll be awkward. Okay, then what? People might think I'm nervous. Okay, is that a crime? No. Will you actually get fired? Probably not. Force your brain to look at the evidence. You have survived 100% of your awkward moments so far. So you project that obsession onto everyone else. But we do it strategically. We build a ladder. I want you to make a list of 10 social situations that scare you. Rank them from 1 to 10. Number 10 might be giving a speech. Number 1 might be asking a stranger for the time. Start at number 1. Go do it. And here's the key. You have to stay in the situation until the anxiety drops. If you run away while your heart is racing, you reinforce the fear. You need to stay long enough for your brain to realize, oh wait, I'm not dying. Nothing bad is happening. Learn how to learn. It's like jumping into a cold pool. Eventually, the water feels normal. Tool number 3 is for when you are in the moment and panic hits. External focus. Anxiety turns your attention. You become obsessed with yourself. Now, I know what you're thinking. This self-monitoring takes up so much brain power that it actually makes you awkward. You can't listen because you're too busy judging yourself. The fix is to aggressively turn that spotlight outward. Look at the person you are talking to. Notice the color of their eyes. Manually override this. Count the books on the shelf behind them. By forcing your attention outward, you short-circuit the anxiety loop. You get out of your head and into the room. We also need to address perfectionism. You think that to be socially acceptable, you have to be witty, smart, and perfectly composed. But did you go home and think about it? Did you wake up the next morning thinking about that? Give yourself permission to be boring. Ironically, when you stop trying to be perfect, you become more authentic. People connect with vulnerability, not polish. Think about the people you like most. Are they perfect robots? Or are they real people who can laugh at their own mistakes? If you're really struggling in a conversation, try the honest admission. Just say, "Honestly, I'm feeling a little nervous right now. My brain is scattered." You will be amazed at what happens. The tension vanishes. The other person usually says, "Me too," or "Don't worry about it." Vulnerability is a superpower. So, here's your roadmap. That's a win. Social skills are muscles. You wouldn't expect to bench press 300 pounds your first day in the gym. Third, stop avoiding. Build your ladder and climb it one rung at a time. And finally, turn your focus outward. Be curious about others rather than critical of yourself. When you practice Sonder, the goal isn't to never feel. The goal is to stop letting the fear of feeling awkward dictate. But the life you want, the connections, the friendships, the confidence, is waiting for you on the other side of that fear. You have spent enough time hiding. You have spent enough time analyzing. It is time to start living. Start small today. Make eye contact. Say hello. You are stronger than you think. Go out there and prove your anxiety wrong. You've got this.